Hello everyone, this is Subhash. Welcome to Social Studies. In today's video, we are going to learn another new topic, that is food security, the 10th chapter. Okay, so first we need to know what is food security and what is famine. So food security means here availability, accessibility and affordability of food to all people at all times, not only in particular time, at all times. That means food grains should available at affordable prices, means at low cost. Okay, so it should be done by the government. Government should provide the food grains, should be easy to get. Okay, and next famine. Famine means drought. So why does occur famine or drought? Here the famine or drought have the same meaning. There is no difference. Okay, there are several factors to occur famine, like wars, means world wars, floods, lack of rainfall for many years, and widespread poverty. So during the famine, people do not get enough food because shortage of food grains. If the lack of rain, if there is no rainfall, for example, the crops do not grow. Crops do not grow without water. So as a result, food grains will not available. So famine means here the terrible condition of living. Okay, so let's see the topic. There is a famine in Bengal in between 1943-45. There was a here in this period of time, in famine time, India was in British rule. That means India didn't get independent. Here one person says his experience during the famine. So let's see what was that. I'm saying in his words, I was the oldest among my siblings. I used to work to survive. That means the person, he was a daily worker. After his father, he left village and went to Kolkata with his brothers and sisters, and there only the people had some flour available as a food. Flour means it may rice or wheat flour. Flour means powder. Okay, so rice or wheat powder, wheat flour. He saw many people suffering in streets of Kolkata. He saw mothers carrying their sons in their arms who are actually dead, but mothers sprinkling water to save the children. He saw many things, many terrible things. People ate grass, snakes. He lost his two sisters and brothers. Most of the people are farmers and agriculturists here. So that's why what happened here, they didn't even know how to beg because they are completely farmers and agriculturists. So that's why they didn't even know how to beg. So with hunger, they sat on the pavements and died there. So these photographs are already published in Life magazine. So due to the famine, 3 to 4 million people were died. Next, we will discuss some issues in this topic. First section about production and availability of for the country, of food for the country, and how does produce food reach the people, and all these schemes and methods working effectively. So here the first we'll discuss increasing food grains and production. Okay, so producing sufficient amount of food grains is an important for food security. Producing is an important for food security. Okay, since the last few decades there is no change in cultivation area. Okay, for here an area cannot expand by itself. Any area cannot expand by itself unless we buy additional land. అంటే మనం అదనంగా భూమి కొనుగోలు చేస్తే తప్ప ఒక స్థలం అనేది పెరగదు. An area cannot expand by itself unless we buy additional land. But here additional land, it's impossible to buy. And ఇక్కడ మనం భూమి కొనుగోలు చేయలేని పరిస్థితులు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? Here for example, I have 2 acres of agricultural land, but I want more production in the same land. So what I have to do here? So I have to use different methods and products. So different methods means here expand irrigation system, dry land should be developed, and crop rotation. Crop rotation means we should change crop every year. For example, one kind of crop should be planted this year and another crop should be planted next year. Okay, so this is called crop rotation. And also important to ensure soil and natural resources. Soil and natural resources. For many years, we have been using chemical fertilizers and insecticides by intensive and unscientific application. So here fertilizers means nitrogen, potassium, phosphate, etc. So it's called in short NPK. So of course by these methods yields increased. Yields means here high production. But soil nutrients degraded means soil strength will be destroyed. Soil strength go down. So overusing fertilizers is very harmful to the soil. If this continues, gradually yields go down because of soil degradation. Okay, so you remember this point. And producing food grains for the whole country. Here the producing food grains for the whole country is the first priority. And these food grains should be available for all people, should be sufficient. Therefore the production should be increased. Okay, so how to estimate difference between production and availability? So here availability of food grains for the year, production of food grains during the year plus net imports minus change in stocks with the government. That means we have to minus change in stocks with the government from production of food grains during the year plus net imports. Okay, and availability of food grains per person per day. That means here the availability of food grains by population into 365. Then we will get person per day. Availability food grains per person per day. And the next one, availability of other food items. ఇతర ఆహార పదార్థాల లభ్యత ఎలా అనేది కూడా ఇక్కడ మనం చూడాలి. In our day-to-day life, there has been lots of changes, especially in food habits. We are not taking only rice, but also we are taking wheat, fruit, milk, meat, and poultry. Poultry means chicken and other birds and fisheries. So most of the farmers turn toward the commercial crops because we are not only taking rice, we are taking different kinds of foods. So that's why here most of the farmers turn towards the commercial crops like cotton, sugarcane, mirchi, and fruits, poultry, etc. Okay, so this is the reason for the farmers crisis. So over the years commercial crops increased instead of food crops because here the people are taking different kinds of food. Okay, so food grains are not sufficient for everyone because of commercial crops increased year by year. So here according to nutritionists, every person should eat 300 grams of vegetable and 100 grams of fruits in a day. But in fact it is available only 180 grams of vegetable, 58 grams of fruits. Means here too low, very low. The average person should consume 180 eggs and 11 kgs of meat per year. But in fact here the people taking too little. Okay, so if we compare other countries, per capita consume in Europe 700 grams, in America 850. That means here in India it is too low. And access to food. So another subtopic, access to food. So the next important aspect of food security is the access to food. After eating food, it burns. Burns means here it is digested. It gives energy. This energy helps to do our work. So this energy measured in calories. So according to nutritionists, how many calories should a person consume on an average day? So here recommended food intake per day In rural area, 2100 kilocalories. In rural area, 2100 kilocalories. In urban area, 2400 kilocalories. But calories consumption going down. That means the people are taking very low calories. According to nutritionists, it's very low. By 2004, it has gone down. 80% of people in rural areas, they are not getting sufficient calories as per standards, nutrition standards. Okay, because of poverty, unemployment, lack of purchasing power. The people, they don't have, that means they don't have employment. That means if they unemployment, how they purchase the foods and food grains or fruits? It's impossible. So lack of purchasing power they have, that means the lack of purchasing power because of poverty. Okay, and PDS, public distribution system. So this scheme was first started in 1945 during the Second World War. So after independence, food grains go through PDS. PDS means, already told you, public distribution system. So the government provides food grains through subsidies. Here subsidy means government will bear some amount, means government will pay some amount instead of the people. అంటే ప్రజల తరపున కొంత మొత్తాన్ని ఆల్రెడీ ప్రభుత్వం పే చేస్తుంది. పే చేసి ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ వెరీ లో కాస్ట్. గవర్నమెంట్ విల్ గివ్ ఫుడ్ గ్రెయిన్స్ at low cost. Okay, so the government will supply for very low prices. If government is not able to arrange food grains, it will give the cash for the people to buy food grains in the market. ఒకవేళ ఇవ్వలేకపోతే ఏం చేస్తుంది, గవర్నమెంట్ will give the cash to the people. Okay, so the first food grains purchased from the farmers and it stores them in godowns through FCI. FCI means here Food Corporation of India. So here the first food grains purchased from the farmers and stored them in godowns through FCI. So it's called buffer stock. Okay, so here FCI already founded. It is founded in 1965 and its headquarters is in New Delhi. It is run by government. So in India, there are millions of people suffering from lack of food. So that's why India government has made an act in 2013. That is NFSA. NFSA means here National Food Security Act. It was made in 2013. Okay. So from there, people have a right to food. అంటే ఆహార హక్కు. 2013 నేషనల్ ఫుడ్ సెక్యూరిటీ అంటే ఆహార భద్రతా చట్టం ప్రకారం ప్రజలకి ఆహార హక్కు అనేది ఒకటి లభించింది. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇట్ అప్లైస్ 2/3 ఆఫ్ ద పాపులేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. ఈ ఎన్ఎఫ్సిఏ చట్టం యాక్ట్ ప్రకారం హియర్ ఇట్ అప్లైస్ 2/3 ఆఫ్ ద పాపులేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. యాజ్ పర్ దిస్ లా, ఎవ్రీ లో ఇన్కమ్ పర్సన్ గెట్స్ 5 kgs ఆఫ్ ఫుడ్ గ్రెయిన్స్. 5 kgs ఆఫ్ ఫుడ్ గ్రెయిన్స్. Poorest of the poor, that means పేదల్లో మరీ పేదలు, entitled 35 kgs of food grains. అంటే వారికి 35 kgs అందించబడుతుంది. Poor of the poorest of the poor. Okay, so the government will supply, according to this law, the government will supply rice for 3 rupees, wheat for 2 rupees and millets for 1 across the India. But in Telugu states, rice for 1 rupees. తెలుగు రాష్ట్రాల్లో రైస్ని మనకి రేషన్ షాప్ ద్వారా కేవలం 1 రూపీకే అందిస్తున్నారు. ఓకే, ఇన్ తెలుగు స్టేట్స్ రైస్ గివింగ్ ఫర్ ఓన్లీ 1 rupee. సో 75% ఆఫ్ ద రూరల్ పాపులేషన్ అండ్ 50% ఆఫ్ ద అర్బన్ పాపులేషన్ విల్ బి కవర్డ్ బై దిస్ స్కీమ్. అండ్ ఆల్సో ప్రొవైడింగ్ ఫర్ ప్రెగ్నెంట్ ఉమెన్, లాక్టింగ్ మదర్స్ అండ్ అంగన్వాడీ చిల్డ్రన్ అండ్ ఆల్సో మిడ్ డే మీల్స్ చిల్డ్రన్ aged 6 to 14 in schools. అంటే 6 నుంచి 14 సంవత్సరాల పిల్లలకి స్కూల్స్లో, ఎవ్రీ స్కూల్ ఎంటైర్ ద ఇండియా, అక్రాస్ ద ఇండియా, భారతదేశం మొత్తం కూడా మిడ్ డే మీల్స్ అనేది అరేంజ్ చేయబడుతుంది బిట్వీన్ 6 to 14 ఏజ్డ్ స్కూల్ చిల్డ్రన్. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ద సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ డైరెక్టెడ్ ఆల్ ద స్టేట్స్ అండ్ గవర్నమెంట్స్ provide midday meals to all the young children studying in schools. ఎవరైతే చదువుతున్నారో స్కూల్లో అందరికీ ఈ యొక్క స్కీమ్ని అప్లై చేయండి అని గవర్నమెంట్ ఏం చేసింది, డైరెక్షన్ ఇచ్చేసింది. ఓకే, సో నౌ లెట్స్ డిస్కస్ న్యూట్రిషన్ స్టేటస్. Food is required for body growth and energy. Human body requires nutrition food. మన బాడీ గ్రో కావాలి. ఇఫ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు, దట్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ వాంట్ టు ఎనర్జీ అంటే ఏం చేయాలి, వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఫుడ్. దట్ మీన్స్ యువర్ ఫుడ్ గివ్స్ గ్రో, బాడీ గ్రో అండ్ ఎనర్జీ. ఓకే, సో ద నార్మలీ ఫుడ్ ఈజ్ క్లాసిఫైడ్ యాజ్ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్, ప్రోటీన్స్, vitamins and minerals. So here carbohydrates provide energy. Wheat, rice, ragi, jova, oils, sugar, fats have carbohydrates. All these have carbohydrates. And proteins help growth and regeneration of body tissues. So that's why the proteins are called body builders. Okay, here beans, dals, meat, eggs, rice, wheat have proteins. And vitamins, fruits, leaf vegetables, sprouts, unpolished rice have a full of vitamins. Fruits, leaf vegetables, sprouts, unpolished, all these have full of vitamins. Okay, and minerals functions for blood formation, అంటే మనకి రక్తాన్ని ఉత్పత్తి చేసేది మెయిన్గా, ఎస్పెషలీ విటమిన్స్ కావచ్చు అండ్ మినరల్స్ కావచ్చు. ఓకే, అండ్ దెన్ విల్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ NIN, National Institute of Nutrition. NIN is an Indian Public Health, Nutrition and Translational Research Center. It's located in Hyderabad. So what does it work? NIN అనేది ఏం చేస్తుంది? What does it work means here to continuously monitor diet and nutrition situation of the country. So how to check the nutrition levels of children? మనం ఎలా చెక్ చేయాలి? How to check? So through accurate measurement of height and weight. So we have to check nutrition levels means here, how to check means here through accurate measurement of height and weight. So as per NIN survey, 45% of children are underweight out of 7,000 children survey చేస్తే here the 45% of children are underweight. చాలా weight తక్కువగా ఉన్నారు because of lack of adequate food, means they are not getting enough food, sufficient food. Okay, so overall 45% children are underweight. It was higher in the age group 3 to 5. The underweight anedi here, it was higher in the age group 3 to 5. This condition was higher in the states of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and UP, and the lowest in Kerala. Kerala చాలా తక్కువ ఉంది, but in other states Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, UP లో this condition was very high. Underweight condition ఉంది చాలా హైగా ఉంది. So the nutrition levels in adults, men and women's are measured with BMI. ఇక్కడ adultsలో మనం how to measure means here through BMI, means body mass index. Body mass index అనే దాంతో మనం మెజర్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. So I will explain about BMI in the next video in separate. BMI ఎలా కొలుస్తారో, how to measurement అనేది I will explain exactly in the next video. Okay, so here 35% energy deficiency was in men and also in women. Shakti lopam, energy deficiency means shakti lopam, men lo undi as well as in women lo kuda undi 35%. And also 10% obesity was in men and 40% was in women. Obesity means chala baru, high. And obesity kaavachu, it may obesity and lack of blood kaavachu or energy deficiency kaavachu. So why this happening? Why this happening means here energy deficiency or lower weight, lack of red blood cells. So here why this is happening means because of lack of food, not getting enough food. Reason, poverty. Poverty is the main reason. So here to help the poor, government providing 35 kg of wheat or rice for family. A family means here the family of 5 identified members is called family, but it's not enough. 35 kgs, it's not enough for the whole month, for the whole family. So here again they have to depend on the market. So the minimum responsibility of the government to increase income of the population and their purchasing power. Akkada em cheyali? The government should do to increase income of the people and their purchasing power. Okay. So this is the information about food security. So let's stop here. We will meet in the next video with a new topic. Until then, bye.